Hey there, it's James with Make It Happen Greenhouse and Carps Bees, and we are sitting just after Thanksgiving, and it is time to button these hives up. And our days are much shorter, and the window for the bees to fly is much shorter. We're gonna just get to 50 degrees today, but at night it's dropping down below freezing, so it's time to go ahead and get these bees buttoned up for winter. And what we're going to do, we're going to attempt to do, never done it, is I'm going to use some burlap. We're going to put some sugar feed on there for them. We're basically going to set this thin layer of paper, almost like newsprint, on top of their inner cover with a little hole in the center, and then crawl up and get to kind of the sugar. I have a couple inner feeders that I'll use, but I don't have enough for all 10 hives, so 8 of them will go without. And then we'll use this burlap in the top to insulate things, and underneath the screen boards on the bottom of the hive. So we'll shove those in there to kind of tighten things up. And then what we'll do is we'll actually use this two-sided bubble insulation to wrap the hives. So I mean, we'll cut a little hole for them to get in and out, to do their cleansing flights and whatnot. So that's the current plan. And then after I do this today, we'll see how far I get. I'm gonna come behind this and get some pretty thick foam board and cut squares of that, put that over top of these top feeder boxes. Essentially the top deep box is a feeder box. And then put the lid on that and then strap everything down. So we'll check for, make sure they're really nice and tight in there. Here in Kansas, we can go into December with warm days, but we always get extreme cold snaps in January and February, if not sooner. So I'm really pushing my luck by waiting this long. Really, I got to the treatment for varroamite late, so we're also going to pull those strips out today. So we're doing all this today, and we're going to get started. We'll see how far we get. I'm going to start with these quarantine hives over here, and then we'll work our way over to the main apiary back, way back there. So, and then once everything's buttoned up, we're going to switch over to the greenhouse activity again. So there you have it. I'll give you an update in a bit on this. So I'm learning a little as I go here, but we got, this has come out a little. I'm going to tuck this under a little tighter. But that should take care of any drafts coming up underneath. I need to get this tucked tighter so it doesn't get wet and nasty. I'll do that in a sec. But yeah, so they have a little entrance here. This is a little design feature to kind of block direct wind coming in. There's a little gap here I'm concerned about. Over here was the old feeder hole. I don't have just the entrance reducer the way I custom made those, so you can't just flip it like the ones you buy in the store. But I think this will work. So this will be where the bees come in and out for winter. And then we use the double-sided bubble wrap all the way around. Use this construction kind of tape here to seal it up, and then I just loosely ran that tape all the way around the base of the table here. I might run another strip there just to give it a little extra sealing around the edge. Again, that goes underneath into the screened area, so it is a potential area for leakage. And then what I did is I just put a couple pieces of burlap over an inner feeder, dry feeder, on the upper box, and then just cut these pieces to fold in, and then put the cover. So I'm still thinking I might get that piece of foam to go on the top to prevent condensation. I guess that could be an issue. But boy, this seems to work pretty good so far. We have that sugar up top along with burlap. So I'm thinking that would help, reduce the amount of moisture, absorb some of that moisture. Bees do need moisture. We just don't want it dripping right on into the cluster of bees in the winter. So Anyway, the bees, didn't get after me at all, really. And seemed pretty happy with the new setup. So keep it strapped down, put a brick on top for extra, just as an extra measure. Wind gets pretty strong out here. And we'll see how they do. So looked like there was a lot of bees in there. So they got honey stores and everything. So I think they're ready to go. So hive number 1 done. It took, geez, about a half hour to do one. So this is taking way longer than I thought. We'll see if it goes faster as I get better at this though. Here's all the components tore apart. So fun. Okay, so before I cut this down, I just want to show, it's a little hard to videotape while I'm doing this, but this is number 2. And the bees seem pretty okay with what's happening here. Again, kind of seal it nice and tight, like you're wrapping a present. And then I just run that tape around the edges at the bottom, give a little extra. And then if you see inside here, we got the inner feeder with the dry feed down here, sugar in there, burlap all the way in. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just cut these pieces, fold them in, put the inner or the outer cover over top of that. The moisture issue will be taken care of with this burlap, and the sugar, the dry sugar, will absorb some of that moisture. So, and like I said, bees do need moisture, so it's not like they don't need it. So anyway, so we'll just, okay, so rather than cut this and compromise some of the insulating properties, I just fold this down in. And I think if I get a piece of foam board and lay it on here and then put the outer cover over top of that, we should be good. The other option is put another piece of burlap here. I'm running a little short, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that for now. I don't think I'll get to all these today. I'll buy more burlap, only $1 a bag. So anyway, I just want to show that because you don't need to cut this. That way you don't compromise. I have to tape, to keep it warm inside. So we'll give that a shot. So not the prettiest job in the world, but I think it's going to work. Still need to do a little bit of work around some of the inner covers where I have basically the sugar mountain inside. I need to find a way to better secure the outer cover, and I think again what I'm going to do is just get a piece of foam, cut it, and just kind of press it right on top of that inner cover, and then secure it with the strap and the brick, and I think that'll do the trick. It should. Lots of insulation, and we'll see how well this tape holds up. I do have it kind of stuck against some of the board on the bottom there of the stand of the hive, but I think that's okay. It seems pretty sticky, and it's just designed to help out a bit. I think the bees will do what they need to do on the inside if there's any big leaks. So yeah, I got a ways to go. This took a lot longer than I thought, so that's lesson learned. I'm getting a little bit better. It's actually easier to do the large hives than the small ones because you've got to cut less, because the stuff comes in the perfect size roll for this stuff, whereas for the little ones you got to cut it down. So anyway, so far so good. There's our Hope hive. We got Mega hive all secured. Then we got England over here. They have their entrances to get in and out, but no upper entrance. And there, you see there's an entrance down there for Mega. Mostly the bees are coming in for the evening. It's cooling off quite a bit, so you see a few coming and going here, but not a lot of activity. It's a warm day, 50 today, but again, that only lasts for a little while, and so the bees got to be quick. Was surprised to see several bees with pollen packets, orange pollen. I don't know where it's coming from. We don't have really anything here I can see, other than an isolated maybe ornamental plant, but several bees carrying pollen in from somewhere, so they always find a way. So far so good. 4 down, 5 to go. Our queenless hive that I was going to combine, I never got to. looks like it has been evacuated, so that's one less hive that I need to actually secure up. So there you have it. James with Carp's Bees, tucking the bees in for winter. See ya. Again. Hey, on behalf of myself and the bees here, we just want to say thanks for watching our videos. If you have a chance, please click subscribe. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see, go ahead and put it in the comments section. Thanks again.